Fox 31, your local election headquarters. Right now, of course, we're on the eve of the election and what is projected to be the closest presidential race in U.S. history.
And it really all comes down to 7 key battleground states that will ultimately decide if Kamala Harris or Donald Trump win the White House. Fox 31's Matt Morrow in studio with a preview. Matt.
No, it'll be an interesting day, really, and week. Both candidates are still heavily campaigning in those battleground states: Arizona, Nevada, Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Georgia, and the biggest prize of all, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, with 19 electoral votes. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are both there today. These states, they know this is where the election is going to be won or lost. Let's take a quick look at 2 of them, starting right here in Georgia, and it's 16 electoral votes. Remember, 4 years ago, Joe Biden beat Donald Trump by the slimmest of margins here. We are talking fewer than 12,000 votes. A lot of it's going to come from for Democrats right around the metro area of Atlanta. This is the area that could make or break the race for both candidates. Can Harris build up a big enough lead, particularly in DeKalb, Fulton, Gwinnett, and Cobb counties? And can Donald Trump cut into her margins here, then get carried by the suburban areas also outside of Atlanta, then some rural voters? So we'll start to get the results from Georgia about 5 o'clock our time. But be cautious by those early numbers. They come from early voting and will likely heavily favor Harris to begin with. Now let's go to Pennsylvania. Again, the biggest of the battleground states with 19 electoral votes. This could be the deciding state. And much like Georgia, it's all about the big city right around here in Philadelphia. But we're also going to keep an eye on 2 other counties. One is Erie up here, and then Northampton County that is just outside of Allentown. The reason why those counties, Donald Trump won them in 2016 when he won Pennsylvania, but he lost them 4 years ago when he lost that state. Both Trump and Harris have heavily focused on Pennsylvania. In fact, Donald Trump is about to take the stage in Pittsburgh any moment now. Harris has 4 stops there today. Trump has 2. Plus, they're spending a record amount of money on ads. Listen to this. Just for the presidential race, the total has passed $600 million. Add in a key Senate race, House races, and everything else, and political spending in this one state will top $1.2 billion this year. And don't be surprised if the results from Pennsylvania are slow. Early and mail-in ballots cannot even begin to be processed until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning on the day of the election. Remember, 4 years ago, this state was not called until Saturday morning. So get ready for what is going to be a long week, Jeremy.